umpire here talking to us, because usually they're with the injured players talk.
I hope that's a good sign. Yeah. Feeling good.
Was it the right shoulder?
Right shoulder again. Yeah.
And what was the diagnosis of one?
Just one of those plays, so you kind of have to worry it out. And luckily I did that, and hopefully be good for the game this weekend.
Okay. Because it didn't look like you could lift it in the final few minutes of the game.
I couldn't move it much. Yeah, it was one of those things. Probably similar to what happened in the All-Star game. But that's the norm now, having it pretty much as exposed as it is from the very first injury I did have with the All-Star game. So those things I have to live with until I fix it, and definitely don't want to fix it right now.
And I imagine that ground probably felt like concrete
was
by the end of the second half.
There were a lot of frozen spots, that's for sure.
Do you see any similarities between how LAFC was constructed and how Atlanta United was constructed?
I think they did the things the right way, probably as much as they did them here. I think that the way they are set up as a team and as an organization is definitely a lot of similarities between the two teams, and I think that this will probably be, in my opinion, probably one of our hardest games yet this season. So.
Why, if you could expand on that a little bit, please.
I think just the talent that they have within their team as well, and unfortunately we don't have all of our guys with us, mostly stars, but I think I've said that in last season. We definitely have a deep enough team for guys to step up and make a name for themselves, and hopefully this will be one of those games that we can have guys do that.
Same question I asked Sal. How much of a confidence boost was it to win 1-0 with 10 men after your first road game in that performance?
I mean, great, essential for definitely a confidence booster for all of us. I think that usually teams within this league have the dilemma of going away and not getting a result, and we definitely had that last year as well with a few teams, and I think that it's good. I think the one thing that was going through my mind after the game is that luckily we only have to play this team once, because they probably never want to see our faces this season again. So we definitely we grinded out a victory, a win for us that was probably particularly not the prettiest one, and probably the ugliest one I think a lot of us have played. But I think that was a great team effort, and I think, as I said before, that's definitely a confidence booster for a lot of us, and definitely one for Wheeler to remember for the rest of his life. He was able to debut, and I'm sure that was a really tough game for him to come in, and I think he did really well. So I'm happy for him as well.
Y'all were able to create some scoring chances, but it looked like their high press, another thing you're going to see on Saturday, kind of gave y'all a few issues on Saturday. Why was that? Or is that even accurate?
I think at times when we did have 11 on the field still, I think that we're so used to teams not to press us as much and for us to have the ball the whole entire game, and I think that they kind of use that maybe as their home field advantage, who knows, but I think when we were able to play out of it, we did create some chances that I think if Tito would have scored that second one, I would have put the dagger in him. But other than that, I think that game you kind of remember not so much as the tactical part, but just the full team effort when you're playing with down a man.
Was that colder than last year's snow game?
That was definitely colder than last year's game. Yeah, I think I could probably say 3 words last game. This game I could say I couldn't talk.
I felt bad for y'all.
Yeah, it was very cold. Very cold.
LA itself, talk about the home and field advantage that you're going to have. They're an expansion team traveling across country, unfamiliar territory, surface. How much advantage do you think that'll be for you coming into Saturday?
It's not always easy to travel. Probably a 5-hour flight, close to a 5-hour flight across country, and playing on turf as well. I mean, we have to use that, as you said, as a home field advantage. I'm sure those guys are coming, with a mentality to where they had the game in their pocket last game, and LA and Galaxy just took it from them. So that's definitely hard to cope with, I'm sure, this week. But it's probably an extra motivation for them to never let that happen again. So I think that they'll definitely be coming, wanting revenge within themselves with what happened last week, and we have to keep our heads straight and really keep building off this 3-win game streak that we have going on right now.
What makes them dangerous, LAFC?
As I said before, I think just the talent that they have. Urenia up front, Carlos Vela, and Blessing. Anthony Fellheimer, who's a guy that is a creator, definitely have to be a watch for. Simon, how you pronounce it, wonderful on the ball, a guy that I definitely have to watch some long passes from with the speed that they have up front. I think that they're a great team. It's definitely be a challenge for us, and hopefully we can end up on top.
From a technique standpoint, how difficult was Tom's first goal?
Which one?
The 40-yard.
Oh, Zlatan.
Yeah.
Geez, I think we have a saying in Portuguese that he was when he was born, his butt was facing the moon. So we say that as just is a guy that everything happens at the right moment, right time. And,
Okay.
I think it could be anyone else in the world that would have happened. Maybe the ball would have bounced differently, and maybe he probably would have kicked it. I think he's just one of those players to where everything happens for him. He's amazing to watch on and off the field. A funny guy off the field, but I think that also for the league that also tells a lot. He's a guy that comes in and already makes a difference. But I think he's one of those guys, as I said, he has that sort of luck, that killer mentality. I think that you see from Joseph at times. There's not many players that have that ability to change a game that quickly, and he's one of those guys.